Okay, hi everyone, welcome to Review and React. I don't know about you, but I've been sinking way too many hours into Space Marine 2. And I started thinking, what's the best tabletop RPG for playing Space Marines in 2025? Well, to be honest, you have two main contenders. Deathwatch, the classic D100 tactical RPG from Fantasy Flight. And you also have Wrath and Glory, the more narrative system, and its Vow of Absolution supplement made by Cubicle 7. But which one should you pick? Let's go ahead, break it down, and figure out which one's right for you. So let's talk about Deathwatch, the tactical classic. What makes it great? Well, if you love deep tactical gameplay, Deathwatch delivers. The D100 system is easy to understand and has tons of depth. We all understand percentages, so it's easy to look at it and go, all right, 70% chance, that's pretty good. It's got precise movement rules, ranges for weapons, and all that stuff. Action economy, very much like the war game that inspired it. And with all the books out there, you've got endless customization. Another interesting thing is the Deathwatch chapter structure. They recruit Space Marines from other chapters, and that lets you mix and match different chapters, leading to a crazy, interesting, diverse squad of Space Marines. But it's not without its downsides. The first major problem is if you're looking for a print copy, good luck. Well, rather, you could find them. It's not as hard as finding an STC, but get ready to pay at least $80. Second, while depth is great, Deathwatch can get a little clunky. There's always a rule. There's always something that I always felt like was really interrupting my flow of combat. And finally, after 15 years, Deathwatch, the RPG's a little bit out of date. There's no rules for Primaris Space Marines, and all the lore is pre-Indominus Crusade. So you're kind of stuck there, but to be honest, throw a little bit of a natural toughness or natural strength on your Space Marine, and you probably can just get it done. All right, next we have Wrath and Glory, which is a lot more streamlined and narrative compared to Deathwatch. What makes it great is it's a D6 system. It makes it faster and more narrative-driven. If you want cinematic, high-energy Space Marine action, this is the better system. The Wrath and Glory core book covers all of 40K, and that's really cool because you're not just locked into playing Space Marine. Unlike the old Fantasy Flight games where there was a specific book for Inquisitors, specific for the Imperial Guard, Rogue Traders, it's one book, covers everything. But if you do want to focus specifically on the Adeptus Astartes, the Vow of Absolution book, it packs all the Space Marine content into one book instead of spreading it out across multiple supplements. And the good news is, this is all still in print, getting virtual tabletop support, and there's even an official Space Marine 2 micro supplement. But it does have downsides as well. It's simpler, which can be great, but if you're someone who likes a ton of options and a ton of crunch and a ton of customization, this one's going to be a little disappointing for you. Also, Vow of Absolution focuses on one exclusive Space Marine chapter that was developed for Wrath and Glory. That's cool, but it's not as open as Deathwatch, which can have anyone. And there's the Gilead system, which is the setting for Wrath and Glory, produced by Cubicle 7. It's very limited. It's not as broad of a sandbox that Deathwatch provides. We have been begging Cubicle 7 to open this up, but so far they've only just now started to do that with their video game tie-ins. What's the verdict? Which one should you play? To be honest, if it's up to me or you're looking for my opinion, it's a draw. If you already love Deathwatch and you know how to play it, stick with it. It's a great system, and if you don't mind house rolling a few updates, it holds up just fine. If you already run Wrath and Glory, you're good to go. It's got support, it's still in print, cleaner rules, virtual tabletop. But if you're new to Warhammer 40K and you want to kick in some Space Marine action, I'd have to lean a little bit towards Wrath and Glory. But let's be real, either way, you're purging heretics and smashing Xenos, so everybody wins. But my question for you is, what do you think? Do you prefer Deathwatch tactical depth or Wrath and Glory's cinematic action? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, especially if you've played both. I want to hear your take. And if you enjoy these deep dives and comparisons, like and subscribe for more Review and React. Until next time, for the Emperor.